All right, so I want to talk about the fact that when people are starting on relationships, they make all kinds of promises and they mean them. You feel like I'm so in love with this person, I'll stay with them forever, I'll always love them, I'll never be interested in anybody else, I'll never be unfaithful, I'll never be mean and cruel, all those things. I'll never be dishonest. And it's easy to feel those things when you're under the influence of the brain chemicals that are involved in being in love. I mean, it's a wonderful feeling. I'm not knocking it. It's one of the greatest feelings there is. And sometimes it leads to what it promises. And a lot of the time it doesn't. But anyway, it's very exciting. It's like a drug, really. It's like a trance of some kind. But also, there are other things that life offers. And later on in a relationship, you may reach a point where you care so much about this person and you've gone through so much history with them that you can't imagine not being with them. It would be like hell, a living hell. And of course that will eventually happen, but you can no longer imagine giving up the relationship, separating, ending the relationship. And when you feel that way about someone, you're attached to them in a way that goes beyond novelty or goes beyond your own ego. Because when you're falling in love, a lot of the pleasure and the excitement come from having your own ego gratified. But later on, in the state that I'm trying to describe, this sort of long-term attachment, it's not about your own ego anymore. You're much more worried about that the person you love might suffer, or something unfortunate might happen to them, or somebody might be cruel to them, than you are about yourself. In fact, you keep trying to protect them, which, can be a bad thing, but can also be a good thing. Because I think people in a long-term relationship, they do sort of watch over each other in a way. It's like that song, Someone to Watch Over Me. But anyway, you dig them, you enjoy them, but you don't always feel like you're in love with them, though sometimes you do. Sometimes you just feel desperately in love with them, but other times life is just routine, but it doesn't shake the feeling that I'm trying to talk about. Anyway, sorry to go on about that. So now I'm going to tell you about how a song came to me that expressed that feeling. And what happened was I woke up one morning and I had a dream, and I remembered the dream, and I often don't remember my dreams. But I remembered this one in great detail. And in the dream, I'd been in a bar or a cafe or something where there was music. There was live music. And I was watching a guy play the guitar and sing. And he played and sang a melody where the bass line of the melody kind of went downward. It walked downward. But the vocal melody didn't do that. It sort of went wherever it wanted to. And the chord progression, I thought, was something not too unfamiliar, but it was pretty nice, too. It was a nice chord progression, and I thought the melody was really great. And I woke up and I remembered the melody, and I knew I had an idea what the chords were. I didn't know exactly, but I knew it was a walking down thing. So you had to find chords that would do that. And I knew the vocal melody exactly. I knew what he had sung. And he had gone, do 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 da 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 da. That was it. So I didn't know what the words were, but I figured out how to play this, and it went like this. Do 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 do. Do 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 da 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 do 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 okay, there I was. I like the chords, I like the melody. What is this thing supposed to be about? And the only line that came into my head was the first line, and it went, I will stay when the weather is warm. I will stay when the weather is warm. And I thought, that sounds like a fair weather friend, like as long as the weather's warm and, the sun's out and maybe we're like in a nice villa by the Mediterranean or something, I'll stay. Oh yeah, I'm there for you. But I thought, maybe that's not what the song is saying. Maybe it's just there's a danger at the beginning that it could mean that, but maybe it doesn't mean that. So maybe it's going to mean I'll always stay. And it won't matter if the weather is warm. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try to write that. And that's what I wrote. So I'll just sing a little bit of it for you right now. I will stay when the weather is warm and drink to your health, far from the storm. In the sun, we'll dance really slow and sit on the cliff where the green river rolls. But don't ever dream you will find me walking away when life is unkind. Don't ever dream you will see me turning my back when you're down on your knees. So it had already gone there. It already went to a chorus, and the chorus was, don't ever dream that I'll ever walk away or turn my back on you. Don't ever dream that. And so, again, that wasn't expected at all. As I've done a couple of videos now about how songs developed, and I had no idea that Don't Ever Dream would be the title and would provide a chorus. And it was especially sort of surprising because I had encountered the song. I mean, the song had come to me in a dream that I remembered. And so it was very much a song about dreaming. But anyway, of course, in the chorus, forgive me for explaining this, but, when you're a songwriter, you actually do think fairly deeply about lyrics, at least if you're writing the kind of songs that I admire in other people. So, but anyway, the song, when it says don't ever dream, it's not saying, okay, stop dreaming. I don't ever want to hear from you again in your life that you've done any dreaming, either asleep or awake. Don't be a dreamer. It's not what the song is saying at all. It's just saying, don't dream this particular thing. Don't dream that it's true, that I'll ever turn my back on you, no matter how things go. So anyway, that's how the song came, and I'll just sing you one other kind of crazy verse that came to me. It's the third verse, and I might even sing the last verse. If you buy me a drink sometime. So here we go. All right. If you find a mouse in your bed, I'll go for a ride and free it instead. When the cold and the wind and the rain are shaking the house and you are in pain, don't ever dream you will find me walking away when life is unkind. Don't ever dream you will see me turning my back when you're down on your knees. So the song went on from there, and it ended up talking about old age when the light is starting to fade. So, it got a little bit playful about old age, and it said, I will stay when life is a bore, and I'm much too old to laugh anymore. And then it finally went on to have a vision of the couple actually sailing away from this world together. I will stay when the mist on the lake is lifting at dawn and there's coffee to make. We will sit in a crimson canoe away from the world and bid it adieu. Away from the world and bid it adieu. And that's how the song Don't Ever Dream came to be. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.